Hello beautiful people, thank you for stopping right here on my space today. You're welcome. I'm Luchke Styles, and if this is the first time I've coming across my channel, thank you all so much. So in today's tutorial I will be sharing with you all how I made this milkmaid underburst gown with a basque waistline and also these gathers, as you can see right here. So I was inspired by this picture you see right here, but I felt like recreating something else from it, hence the reason for the milkmaid you see at the top part of this my gown. So continue watching and please don't forget to subscribe. Without much ado, I'll just get started with today's tutorial.
Our hearts beat to the city streets.
So just like I said at the beginning part of this tutorial, I'm working with these two fabrics, and here I have my crepe and also my Ankara piece. So for this crepe I have 2 yards of fabric, and for my Ankara piece I have about 1.5 yards. So the amount of fabric you use all depends on your body size and also your body shape. So I'm just going to get started now by drafting the basic bodice. Yeah, you might be wondering that I'm a little bit fast. This is because I believe that we are all familiar with this. I'm going to be a bit fast to draft from the shoulder to the chest line. Then I'll have to slow down and now take you all through the process step by step. I actually have a tutorial on how to draft a half scale basic bodice, okay? So I'll be linking that in my description box so that you go ahead and watch that and take your time in case you don't know how to go about that. But for hair I was actually a little bit faster because I'll just have to do from the shoulder to the chest line. Then I will now slow down and take you through the process gradually, okay? So just right there on my chest line, you can see I labeled it my CL, and for the neck width right here I marked 3 inches, and for the neck depth I marked 4.5 inches. Though the necklines I'm marking right here are not really important because I will not be using them, but I just have to do it for the course of this tutorial. I created my shoulder slope on my shoulder slant. Now from my shoulder line, which is the first line you see right there, I marked my bust point, which is 10 inches, my underburst of 13 inches, and also my half length of 16 inches. So I went ahead now to connect all these points into a straight line, and I went ahead to label my bust points, my underburst, and my half length. So the paper I had here wasn't enough. I had to add extra to it, and I used my sellotape to join these two papers together in order for me to get my full gownlet, right? So right here now I'm going to place my tape on that first line, which is also my shoulder line, and I'm going to get my hip length of 23 inches, and I'll connect that into a straight line and also label it my hip line. So after labeling this, I'm going to come to my bust point line. That's the line labeled BP, and I'm going to go up from that point by 3/4 of an inch. Like I said, 3/4 means half inch and also 1/4 inch, and from the edge of my paper I also marked half of an inch inward. So I'm going to connect these two little lines or dots together. So I'm going to use my curve rule now to make a connection from that point all the way to my underburst. So while doing this, you're going to ensure that your curve rule is exactly placed on your underburst line, and your curve is also touching this half of an inch I came in by. So I didn't slant this is straight, okay? So you can see I'm going to make a connection all the way, and it will stop exactly on top of my underburst line, as you can see I've done right here, because this gown is a dartless gown, right? So now my chest line, because I don't want to really show off cleavage, I'm going to go up again by 3/4 of an inch. But if you want to maintain your chest line, it's actually okay, but just know that you show more cleavage. You can even go up more by more extra inches, okay? So I went ahead to shade off the other part because I've already created my new neckline depth, right? So now I'm going to come to my half length, and I'm going to divide my half length by 4, and I marked 7.75 inches right there. That is my half length divided by 4. And on my hip line I marked 10.25 because that is my hip line divided by 4, or the quarter of my hip line. So on my chest line already I divided my bust circumference by 4. I'm going to connect all the way to my half length. Now pay proper attention and close attention to the rulers I'm making use of right here. So to connect from my half length to my hip line, I had to use this my curved rule, right, as you can see, and I placed it this way. So please watch properly because most times this can be very challenging, okay? So after that, now I'm going to come to my hip line and I'm going to create this basque effect in front, right? So I decided to mark 6 inches. So this line I connected like this wasn't really necessary so long as you've made your point, okay? So that's by the way. I'll come to that hip line at that point and I'm going to come down by 1/2 inch. I'll extend this my hip line to get up to that point, and I'm going to make a slanty connection now. From this 1/2 inch I came down by up to this 6 inches, though the 6 inches wasn't showing properly, but watch the way I'm connecting and I placed my ruler. That was the only thing I did right here, okay? So after that, now I'll simply go ahead now to add 1 inch to the sides of this my drafted bodice that will serve as my stitching or my joining allowance, okay? So as you can see right here, now I'm done drafting and I'll just go ahead now and cut this exactly the way I've drafted, okay? So also pay proper attention to the parts which I'm cutting out. So I'm cutting out the side, and I went ahead to also cut off that part. I went up by 1 inch of my chest line, sorry, 1/4 inch. So now I'm going to relabel all these lines so you don't get confused, because I already cut out the labels which I made on them. So now from my bust point on that line, I'm going to cut out following the shape of that part all the way to my underbust. So you can see right now what I've done so far. And for the lower part of my dress, I'm going to label it my Ankara, and the upper part I'll just label it my cup, so that I'll be able to differentiate this properly, okay? So I now went ahead to cut off that armhole area which I'm yet to cut out, as you can see right here. So after doing this, now I'm just simply going to duplicate the cup part of this my piece, okay? So before that, I am actually going to take note of what I cut off from my shoulder line all the way to that point. So right there I had 6 3/4 inches, right, which I just went ahead to label right there, 0.1. okay? So I'm simply going to work with this my cup part right now. So I'm going to mark 1 inch apart, and I'll rule a straight line on all of these points. So on each point I make, I'm going to rule it into a straight line, like just like this, okay? So I'm marking 1.5 inch apart, as you can see right here. I believe it's very clear. So after that, I numbered it as well. So like I said, I'm going to cut a duplicate. I'll cut out a duplicate of this cup, right? So I've brought another piece of paper and I'm going ahead now to cut this out exactly the way and shape of the original cup is. So by the time I cut this out, I'm going to keep it aside because we'll be working with that later, not now, okay? So after that, now I'll just go ahead to draft out the back part of my gown, right? So from the edge of my paper, I started off by marking 1/2 inch. I usually mark 1/2 inch for my zipper allowance, right? So ignore the armhole. I actually was marking this before I realized I'm yet to mark my zipper allowance, okay? So that's just simply that. So now you can see that all my measurements are starting exactly from that my zipper allowance line and not from the edge of my paper. So I'll go ahead as well to recreate a normal basic bodice, exactly what I did for the front part of my gown. I'm also going to repeat the same thing for the back part of this my gown. I've already marked my chest line, my half length, and also my hip line, which I'm going to connect this point into a straight line. So as you can see right here, I've gone ahead to do that, and I also create my armhole and divide my bust circumference by 4 and mark it right there on my chest line, which is 9 inches. And I went ahead now to create a perfect cuff. So like I said, I'll be dropping the link to how to draft a perfect basic bodice, half scale to be precise, on my description box, okay? So I marked the quarter of my waist circumference on my half length line, and quarter of my hip, which is 10 and quarter, I marked it on my hip line, okay? So I also went ahead to also create and connect all of these lines this way. So I also went up by 3/4 inch, just like I did for the front on my chest line, okay, because it's meant to align. And also from my hip line, I came down by 6 inches so that I can create my basque effect. I also came down by 1/2 inch from my hip line to also create this connection all the way to my 6 inches for my basque. And you can see how I curve this at that point on my zipper allowance. You can see right there. Okay, so now I'm going to come to my half length. Okay, before that I'll cancel out the parts which is not needed and I'm not going to work on, and I'll go ahead now to add my joining allowance of 1 inch to the side, and I'll go ahead and use my free hand to join this. But if you're not good at using your free hand, please use your ruler to do this. So after this, now I just came to my half length and I went up by 5 inches, and for my half length again I'll come down by half of an inch. So I'm just going to make slant connections from the 5 inches upward to my half length this way, and from my half length all the way downward to the 5 inches. So I'm done drafting for the back, and I'll go ahead now to start cutting out. So the first thing I usually cut out is the neckline, which is no longer in use or needed. So before I proceed to cut out for the lower part of this my gown, right? So at this point when I was cutting, because I actually cut out from the underburst for the front part of my gown, so it was at this point I realized I didn't mark my underburst line. So I simply placed my 10 inches on my bust point line, and I marked my underburst of 13 inches, which I connected into a straight line, because I'm meant to cut out on my underburst. Just as you can see right here, I brought my front piece to show you all. So that is just that. Okay, so I'm going to cut off this my zipper area first before I'll go ahead now to slash this from my underburst, because it's meant to be 2. Okay, so I'll label this my back cup and the other one my Ankara back as well. So this is just for me to be able to differentiate these two. Okay, so now I'm done. I went ahead to bring the front piece, which I've already cut out, and this is all I have. So I'm going to be cutting this out now on my fabric. For the cup part I'm using the white crepe, and for the lower part I'm using this Ankara piece I have right here. So right here I'm going to be working with this cup, right? So how am I going to do that? By slashing this all through, okay, after making my marks. So that is simply all for the drafting of this beautiful gown you see right here. In the next tutorial I'll be sharing with you all the sewing part and how to assemble all of these pieces together, to how to place your cup pads very well, to how to stitch and also iron properly, and also fix your lining as well, as you can see right here. So thank you all so much for watching. See you guys in my next one. Bye.